Let's try to reason through what the truth table for disjunction should look like. So let's do that by saying, got a statement P, perhaps it's I have been to Paris. Fancy. And then a statement Q, I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition. Then if I come up to you and at a party and tell you I have been to Paris, or I have a BA in English composition, not sure why I would be telling you this. Boring party, I guess. So I want to figure out when would that statement be true given the different values that P and Q can take on. So this statement is P or Q. So I want to make the truth table for P or Q looking at the different possibilities. There are 4 different pairs of values that P and Q can take. I'll try to actually write them in here so that they can be read. But it's worth noting that truth tables with 2 variables for us are always going to take on this format. They'll have the Q alternating true, false, they'll have the P alternating true, true, false, false. If I just have 2 statement letters, that's how they'll always start out. Okay, back to it here. Let's say it's true that I've been to Paris. It's true that I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition. If I tell you I have been to Paris or I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition, that's going to be true because remember this or is the inclusive or. It is true when they're both true, so true or true is going to give me the value true. Let's say that I have been to Paris. Okay, so that's true. But I do not have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition. If I tell you I have a bachelor, or I've been to Paris, or I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition, that should be true, because one of those things is true. Similarly, for the next line, if I have not been to Paris, but I do have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition, if I tell you this or the other, I've been to Paris or I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition, that should be true. One of those things is true. Finally, if I've never been to Paris, I do not have a BA in English composition, I come up to you and tell you I have been to Paris or I have a Bachelor of Arts in English composition, you can say, I don't think so, guy. That's false. Neither of those things is true. You told me one or the other, or maybe both were true, so that's false. Okay, again, just going to recopy the truth table for disjunction. Notice here that the standout line is actually the bottom one. Okay, that's the one that's different, and from that I can make the statement a disjunction is only false if both of the component statements both of the statements that make up my disjunction are false. Okay, a disjunction is only false if both of the component statements are false.